Alright, how's it going, guys? Today's video is a little bit different because what we're doing is we're actually pre-picking out our Fallout perks. We're using vault111.com/character/. It's pretty cool. You can like see the perks in the game, and then you can like assign your points. And what we're doing is just kind of getting a feel for what we want to do. So let's go ahead over into perks, and we're going to work our way down from strength down to luck. So let's go ahead and take a look at strength. Okay, we got Iron Fist, Big Leagues, Armorer, Weaponsmith, Big Guns, Strong Back, Size Matters, Defender, Slayer, and Juggernaut. I will at least want to get this down to Strong Back, so that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points into strength. So let's go ahead and up strength to 6. Okay, so we have 16 points remaining. We're going to have to be a little sparring with these, but let's go ahead and check out perception, and we're going to keep whittling our way around for this. Okay, so we got pickpocket, rifleman, awareness, lockpick, demolition expert, night person, resonance, sniper, detection, and concentrated fire. We're gonna go ahead and lock this in at 4 for lockpick because I like to be able to lockpick immediately. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's go ahead and go over to perception and put that at 4. Okay, so now we're over into endurance, and we got toughness, loaded belly, life giver, chem resistant, marine boy, rad resistant, adamantium skeleton, cannibal, blast radius, and solar powered. Now, none of these really tickle my pickle at all. So let's just go ahead and throw 3 into endurance. I know that's kind of low, but we can smooth these out once we pick our base stats for this. Okay, so we got Cap Collector, Lady Killer. Oh, this is under the Charisma tree, by the way. Cap Collector, Lady Killer, Lone Wanderer, Attack Dog, Animal Friend, Local Leader, Party Boy, Inspirational, Wasteland Whisperer, and Intimidation. Now, I've never picked Charisma as a skill. It's just not something I usually do, so we're going to probably leave that at 1. So let's go over to intelligence. Now, intelligence is actually pretty important in this one because there is no level cap. So what you can level infinitely. So intelligence affects how much experience overall you gain for each level. So since there's no level cap, when you get to those high levels, you're going to want to have probably a maxed out intelligence. Now, I believe you can max every single one of these trees out in the game. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure you can. So let's go ahead and take a look at intelligence then. So we've got Vans, Medic, Gun Nut, Hacker, Engineer, Science, Chemist, Robotics Expert, Fusion, and Nerd Rage. Now, I'm probably going to want at least up to 6 to get Science. I don't really need these. I don't really use Chemist, Robotic Expert, Fusion, or Nerd Rage very much, but I love Hacker, Engineer, and Science, so I'm going to take this all the way up to 6. So let's go back, go down to Intelligence, and increase this to 6. Okay, so let's head back over to perks. Now we're looking at agility. So agility has Gunslinger, Commando, Sneak, Mr. Sandman. This is a great perk in Fallout 3. It's one of my favorite ones. Action Boy, Avoidance, Ninja, Rapid Reload, Escape, and Gun Fu. Okay. This is going to be a hard one again because I don't really need any of these. So let's go ahead and pop 2 into it. Let's raise it up to 3 to do Sneak. Just because I'm not exactly sure if that means I'm going to need Sneak in order to be able to sneak, because I sneak everywhere, because I steal everything in the game. But let's go ahead and take a look at luck, and then we can start rounding out our abilities. Okay, so Fortune Finder, Scrounger, Bloody Mess. I loved that perk as well. Probably not going to take it just because it kind of ruins the game when you're trying to get some really cool shots on people and they explode into soup. Okay, so Mysterious Stranger, Potluck, Better Criticals, kind of hard to read that one, Kill Shot, Grim Reaper's Sprint. I wonder what the hell that is. Fightin' Irish, some kind of melee thing, I guess, and Bulletproof. Okay, now I'll probably only pop one into luck for right now, simply because there's not that much stuff I need in there. I carry a lot of stuff. Like, whenever I do my Let's Play series, which I'll be starting up, actually, episode 1 at midnight, and I'll be streaming the game, but I carry everything. I take everything. So strength is usually pretty important to me. But let's go ahead and I'm going to pop another one into endurance because I don't like having low health. And plus, we're only at 6 strength and we can already carry 300 pounds if you see this down here. But we only have a 100 hit points. Now, I know armor is going to affect that and level and everything else, of course. But still slightly too low because it increases it by only 5 points. So it's arguably not as useful because what does it only gives us chem resistant. Now, a big thing is going to be perks. Perks are going to be huge. So let's go ahead and take a look and see if there's anything that I really want an extra thing in. Now, I don't really remember what size matters or defender does, so I'm not exactly sure how much I'm going to need this. Either of these, really. And to be honest, over here in Perception, I don't really need any of these. I mean, Concentrated Fire could be arguably useful, and so would Juggernaut. I mean, a lot of these end ones down here are going to be useful because it's kind of a reward for going through the entire perk tree, I guess. That's how I look at it. Lady Killer, I'd never use that. Lone Wanderer is the only thing. I don't remember what this does exactly, but it's so hard trying to pick out the skills. Now, Marine Boy, I kind of want that because I feel like that is going to allow us to swim underwater, and that is freaking cool. And Rad Resistant, I also really want Rad Resistant, so I'm actually going to probably raise Endurance up to 6. So now we don't have any action points, but let's go ahead and work our way back, reverse order through the list to see if we can shave off any points that would be useful in other places. So Luck gets us Scrounger. Now, I like Scrounger, so I'm not going to get rid of that. Agility, we have up to Sneak. We got Commando, and we get Gunslinger. Now, I don't know if I particularly need Sneak, because, I mean, technically, I'm not a sneaky person. I usually run in, throw some grenades, whip out a machine gun, and start blasting up the place. So we may not even need Sneak, so that could be one we could potentially take off, is the Sneak ability. Okay, so Intelligence, we have it all the way up to Science. Now, I don't really want to get rid of any of those either. I don't really care for Vans, but I need Science, I need Engineer, I need Hacker, I need Gun Nut, and I need Medic. 5 out of the 6 are useful, and considering the first one is the one I don't need, is free, I don't really care that much. The reason I'm taking Rad Resistant is because when you have radiation poisoning, or you're getting rads, it's not the same as Fallout 3. In Fallout 3, it wasn't really a big deal, like, oh no, I've got rads, well, I guess eventually I should take care of that. But in Fallout 4, it's actually going to affect how much health you can have. So by having a lot of radiation on you, and I'm guessing, judging by some of the pictures and concept arts and stuff like that I've seen, there's going to be some heavily radiated areas. So, I want Rad Resistant just because I don't want to have my health bar at like half all the time. That would be terrible. It'd be like me not having any points into Endurance at all. So, if you're going to go with Endurance, I'd probably recommend taking Rad Resistant. Just my personal opinion. Now, I could potentially get rid of strong back because, like I said, we will be able to get these, like, at other times. And I could probably get rid of big guns as well because I don't use big guns. I usually use, like, assault rifles and pistols. Like, I never used the Fat Man in Fallout 3. If any of you guys played the original Fallout 3, I never used the Fat Man at all. But definitely going to be needing strong back in the future. But do we need it immediately? Probably not. So I think we can probably take maybe 2 points out of strength and see where that leaves us. So that would bring it down to 260. So it is 40 pounds less that we can carry. But let's see if we can assign them into maybe a better place. And if not, we can go ahead and pop it back into strength. So Demolition Expert I do not need. I do not use explosives. I throw the odd grenade here and there. Night Person, I don't need it because I hate playing the game at night. Resonance, I don't know what that does. So I'm certainly not going to spend 3 points on something I don't even know what it is. Adamantium Skeleton, that could potentially be useful. Cannibal, I hate Cannibal. Blast Radius, I think that's just for, like, big explosions going off near you, so you can't, like, get your limbs crippled or something like that. I don't remember. Let's look at this, because Charisma I have no points in. Now, I know this is not good just for perks, but also for if you're building settlements, if you're trying to talk to people, pass speech checks, stuff like that. That's also really useful, but I'm having a hard time actually dedicating points to Charisma because I don't really use it at all. And I know you can get some really cool weapons and special bits of extra money and things like that, but I don't think so. Okay, so like I said, I'd like Bloody Mess, but I'm not going to take it because in some ways it adds to the gameplay, in others it takes away, just because it is so over the top that it kind of almost pulls you out of the immersion, in my opinion, because you're like, wow, that was totally insane. I like Bulletproof, but that's a top tier perk. So I think we may actually just leave it in strength and call it good, because I don't need any of these. The only thing I could see that would be useful would be Adamantium Skeleton. So maybe we could pop one in to big guns, and maybe another into either we'll up endurance or intelligence, because like I said, it does affect how much experience you're getting. And I would like to get Robotics Expert as fast as possible, just because I like to be able to hack robots, do extra damage towards them, stuff like that. So we may go ahead and do that, but let's see, Lockpick, Resonance, Sniper, Detection, Intimidation. I'm kind of interested to see how that works. Like, if you can just, like, because you can look down the barrel of your gun now, so I'm curious if, like, you look down the barrel of your gun and, like, you can threaten people into, like, needing, like, a lower charisma check or something, you know? Or maybe just, like, instantly agree with you, or I don't know. It's going to be interesting for sure. But let's go ahead and pop one more back into strength, because that number just looks a little bit too low to me. And then I think I'm going to throw an extra into intelligence just so we can get that extra experience boost, because I don't want to be underpowered when I'm wandering the wasteland and there's a thing and it just jumps out and rips my face off, because I'm not really... Wait, did I actually? Oh, okay, never mind. For some reason I seen that extra 10 hit points, but that's because we popped an extra one into endurance. And we can actually still carry 280. I don't know what we increased that brought us... Oh, right, we popped another one into that, because that brings it up by 20 points for every level. That's actually pretty good. Now, the next level would bring it up an extra 30 points, or sorry, 20 points, plus the Strong Back perk, which I think allows you to carry an extra 30 pounds. I don't remember. I know it's like 30 or 40, something like that. But anyways, so our character build for about, what, 7 days now is all we have left, is going to be 5 into Strength, 4 into Perception, 6 into Endurance, 1 into Charisma, 7 into Intelligence, 3 into Agility, and 2 into Luck. And like I said, I'm using vault111.com/character, and I don't know if you guys will be able to read this, but I'll link that into the description as well. That way you guys can come over here and you can build yourself a character. Check out the perks. Oh snap! I went over to items. No, don't do that. Stop the link. Okay, yeah. It actually did work. Sometimes it lags out and you just need to refresh it a few times, but they have a little list of the weapons and stuff like that that's going to be in the game. It's all pretty cool, but I'll link it in the description, you guys. And if you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and give it a dislike. Tell me in the comments why you didn't like the video. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see your faces in the next episode.